DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, I hope you're all well. And just as I was leaving the house, I put on my headphones, well, the little speakers, the buds, and I realized that they were out of charge. And I have a second pair, but I was too lazy to go up in the, take off my shoes and go up in the room and take them, go get them. So I asked Mrs. DC to bring the AirPods, the big ones, which I usually use only inside, but it's not raining, so it's okay. I like these a lot when I'm sitting down in the house and just kind of relaxing, because they're what they call over the ears, so they're quite nice. Anyway, I wasn't going to start talking about that, but it forced me to pull out a cap, though. That's one of the main reasons I actually like earbuds, is that as you know, I wear caps, but I also wear hats. And when I wear a real hat, I don't really want to wear these because I don't want to bend them over and back. The comfort is like they're on now. Anyway, yeah, enough said. We were over at a store just a little bit before, a store that just opened once again. It had been closed for quite a while, and a grocery store, and they have opened it again just to I'll just say hi to somebody. Yeah, it's a when you live in, I'll just show you a little bit. There's apartment buildings, there's houses, small houses. Ours is over there. There's a few apartment buildings. But this part of town has, a large part of it was built, the houses like ours and so on, just after the Second World War. So our house is 1947, so that makes it 77, 77 years old, going on 80 years old. And a lot of the houses are like that. The apartment buildings are probably, I don't know, from the 70s, something like that. Late 70s probably, maybe early 80s, something like that. Anyway, all that said is that for this part of town where there's quite a few people living here, a lot of families, we had at the time, we only had one local grocery store, and it was pretty small. And then another chain, because over here in Switzerland we had like two major chains. One was called Coop, the other was called Migros. I don't know where to get the name from. And but we didn't have, like I say, we only had one around here. So when there started to be more population, they decided to build another one, which was slightly larger, and it makes it the smaller ones, we're being suffering quite a bit from all of this. So then, not too long ago, the hard discounters, as we call them over here, came over from Germany. That's Aldi and Lidl. You do have Aldi's in the USA, but not in Canada, as far as I know. I think you have also Trader Joe's, which is part, I think, of the Aldi chain. So they came, and actually they changed a lot of things, because the German chains had probably suppliers which were more interesting on cutting out on the prices, and so the big Swiss retailers tried to make believe that everything that they had was of better quality, but it got proven finally that it was not the case. The companies like Aldi or Lidl were actually using, for example, Swiss meat or Swiss produce, and the big retailers were comparing their budget lines with the discounter lines. But then they got taken, actually, I was going to say they got taken to the cleaners, because the consumer markets found out that actually the budget lines of the big retailers, Migros and Coop, were very often, let's say, meat was not from Switzerland and things like that. So actually, they were not comparing the right type of products. Anyway, all that said is that it's created a big change in the landscape over here, and now the big ones are doing everything they can, to bring at least their reputation of bringing their prices down, because people are not dupes. I mean, they're not idiots. After a while, they do know that they're paying less. It's like the situation, for example, in America, where people were telling them, no, everything is great, everything is perfect, everything's going well. And other people were saying, well, I don't know. I see how much I pay every week for my groceries, and it's more. I'm just saying that. I'm not going to get into any more politics than that. But I mean, that's the fact is that, if someone sees it's more expensive, it's more expensive. You can still say the economy is great, but it's still getting out of your pocket. So that was exactly what was happening over here. People were realizing that they could go to the discounters, get top quality stuff, and pay a lot less. We have noticed, for example, where we'd go to the Co-op and see something that was on special, and we would buy it, and then go to the other store and see that the normal price was actually less than the other one on its special price. So, we our habits now is we always go first off do our main groceries at usually the Aldi's or Lidl, but usually Aldi's, and then top off if something is missing, because there are more products over at the Co-op or the Migros. Usually then we go up to the Co-op and finish off with what's missing. Now, do a lot of people do the same as us? Yes. What I have noticed, though, is that it certainly has changed over the years. 15 years ago, when we started doing that, I knew of people that would come at different hours to do their shopping so that nobody would see them go into the discounters. There was like some type of shame, because the Swiss have this, they're very proud people. People are poor here just like everywhere else, but nobody shows it. That's why they always say that there's an enormous amount of hidden poor over here in Switzerland. I mean, we live well, we've got a very good standard of living, but the cost of living is expensive. And, people really don't want to show that that they are having, more problems getting the ends to meet and so on. Well, anyway, we never hid it. We all been going there, and actually overall now, though, nobody hides it anymore. People go to Aldi and Lidl's. It's part of the landscape now, and it's forced Co-op. Oh, the fighter planes. There's a few. Anyway, I won't interrupt myself. But it's forced actually the mainstream retailers to revise their prices and to actually, probably think a little bit more about the consumer. Anyway, that's it. I didn't expect to talk about that at all. I just came out not really knowing what I'd be chatting about. But that's it. Okay, that'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody. And it's Wednesday, so hope that you have a good hump day. And, for the rest of the week, everything will be okay. Bye-bye. Take care.